Hello students, welcome to Naazvilla. This video is for the class 12 students. Here is the question answer solution for poem number 2, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. If you will see textbook में सिर्फ 3 ही question answers हैं इस poem के, तो आज ही ये poem का पूरा solution हो जाएगा. The explanation of this poem is already on the channel. एक edited video बनाया है explain करने के लिए with line by line detail explanation जो है वो मिल जाएगा. You can visit the channel and click the playlist and you will get it. मैं description box में उसका link भी रख दूँगी so that you can watch it from there also. You will also find the figures of speech of all the poems uploaded already. डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में उसका भी लिंक मिल जाएगा और यू कैन विजिट द चैनल एंड सी फॉर योरसेल्फ. इस वीडियो में हम उसी पोएम के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स को डिस्कस करेंगे. व्हाट आर द की वर्ड्स ऑफ द पोएम दैट यू हैव टू राइट डाउन व्हाइल अटेम्प्टिंग द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स ऑफ दिस पोएम. सबसे पहले तो इवन द पोएम लुक्स लाइक इट्स वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बट द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स आस्क्ड इन दिस पोएम आर वेरी इजी. तो हम ये तीनों के आंसर्स देख लेते हैं. इट विल नॉट बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. फर्स्ट वन, व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द कलर ऑफ sour cream? Why do you think the poet has used this expression to describe the classroom walls? We'll start writing the name of the lesson and the writer's name, intro, main answer and then conclude the answer. इसी तरह से हम जैसे करते हैं हर solution में वैसे ही करना है. An elementary school classroom in a slum, written by Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and an essayist. He declared himself a socialist and pacifist. The poem Elementary School Classroom in a Slum is concentrated on theme of social injustice and class inequalities. In this poem, Stephen Spender visits an elementary school classroom in a slum. Stephen Spender shares his visit. In the first para, he starts with describing the students and also describes the entire classroom. He says that the walls of the classroom are sour cream colors. Sour cream is a very pale yellow color. He uses this to describe the miserable condition of the children in which they are living. And it is decorated with the donated pictures of Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, belled flowery tireless valley. ये जो हमें पोएम में लिखा है वही हम लिख लेंगे पूरा. Were donated to them. He says that these pictures are not the world of these children. The actual world of the children is the windows through which we can see their life. Their life is very dull, there is no joy. Their future is painted with fog. Their future is dark, it's like a narrow street. Their lives are very, very far away from river, capes and Star of Word. And their life is far, far from education, happiness and joy. Their time and space are foggy slum. They are so starved that their skin peeps through their bones. He also says that the Shakespeare is wicked. These things are tempting them to steal and do wrong things, and therefore to describe the situation of the children, in this answer you can also mention the children in the classroom. You can say a tall girl with a weighed down head, a paper seeming boy with red eyes who has his father's canal disease, and one unnoted sweet young boy who lives in his dream. Thus the poet uses that expression to describe the misery and the situation of the children. If you like the explanation, make sure you give a like to the video. Next question. The walls of the classroom are decorated with the pictures of Shakespeare, building with domes, world map and beautiful valleys. How do this contrast with the world of these children? The second question is also not very different from the first one, as I've explained you a lot of things in that. We'll start the second question also with the intro. Name of this poem, The Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and essayist. An elementary school classroom is concentrated on the theme of social injustice and class inequality, same thing. In this poem, he describes an elementary school classroom of a slum area where he goes for a visit. He says that the walls of the classroom are of sour cream color and it is decorated with the donated pictures of Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, belled flowery tireless valley. ये जो हमें पोएम में लिखा है वही हम लिख लेंगे पूरा. The poet says that these pictures and paintings are not the actual world of these children. The actual world of these children are the windows through which you can see their slum. These children are very, very far away from these beautiful things. These photos are like awarding the world its world then we can write the same things that we wrote in the previous answer. यहाँ पे हमारा focus जो है थोड़ा वो second paragraph की तरफ ज़्यादा है, that the future is painted with fog, their future is like a narrow street, they are very far from these river, caves and star of words, very far from education, their life is full of dullness and darkness. He also says that the Shakespeare is wicked, and these photos and pictures are a bad example because these things are tempting them to steal and do wrong things. Their life is like a cramped hole, that their bones are peeping through their skin, they are wearing mended glasses. So the poet is asking someone to do something unless their life becomes a disaster. This is how the poet describes the wall of the classroom and shows the contrast of the world. If in exam कोई twisted question पूछा जाए तो भी तुम्हें इसी तरह का आंसर लिखना है. They can just twist the question but actual concept will always be the same. Last question. What does the poet want for the children of the slum? How can their life be made to change? इस question का direct answer दिया हुआ है poem में. You will see the last paragraph. You can find the answer there. You will start in the same way, writing the name of the lesson and the intro. The elementary school classroom in a slum by Stephen Spender. वापस जो भी लिखा है वो लिख सकते हैं points. अब डायरेक्ट आंसर लिख देते हैं हम. The poet want for the children of the slum is that to put an end to the misery of their life, the condition in which they are living. He wants to make their life better. He talks about governor, inspector and visitor. He asks them to do something about their children unless their life is shut upon them like catacombs or is completely doomed. He wants that the children should enjoy the green fields. He wants them to run on gold sands. He wants their tongues to run in the book. He wants them to be educated. He wants them to dream big, fulfill their dream. He wants the children should also given a chance so that they can also take part in creating his dream and shine bright like sun. Now if you want to elaborate it, you can add this too. Their future is painted with fog like a narrow street sealed in with lead sky, very far away from all the beautiful things like river, caves and star of words and education. So that is how they live in foggy slum in their cramped holes. पहले थोड़ी मिजरीज बता दो और फिर बता दो पोएट चाहते हैं कि क्या क्या अच्छा हो उनकी लाइफ में. If you want to include more points into it, and then you can just write down this is what the poet want for the children of the slum and this is how their life could be made to change. Miserable conditions जो भी है वो भी बता दो. इस आंसर के लिए लास्ट पैराग्राफ में जो लिखा गया है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. And this is how you can attempt this answer. If you like the explanation, make sure you give a like to the video. So that's it. Do not forget to subscribe the channel. Do not forget to press the bell icon. Do not forget to बाकी सारे chapters जो हैं वो भी चैनल पर मिल जाएंगे. You can watch it from there. और कौन से चैप्टर का क्वेश्चन आंसर सोल्यूशन चाहिए तो definitely mention it down below in the comment sections.